Hi friends, it's Gwen, and today I am coming to you with a new type of video. If you didn't read the title of the video, this is my first Tuesday Talks video, and there is a Goodreads group associated with this, and I will link it in the description box. All the titles, similar to Top 5 Wednesday, are listed on the Goodreads group page, and you can follow along. You can post them on your blog or do them here on BookTube or however. The moderators are really nice, and I just thought I would go ahead and give it a shot because I've watched quite a few of these actually, mainly on Elizabeth, Zizzy Book Babble's channel, and then Patty at I Smell Books. I used to watch these like all the time on their channel, and they still do them from time to time, and I just figured what better like video to pre-record before, you know, I'm so busy in August. They finally posted the topics, so I'm starting off today with my very first Tuesday Talks, and today's topic is my favorite settings for novels. And everybody, I really like hearing everybody's difference of opinions and kind of like this setting, and so I just thought I would like to share my favorite settings in novels. First of all, I just want to say that I love any setting in a book that is done well. It can be anything from a sci-fi setting as long as I am understanding it. It could be a high fantasy world, like a completely different world, as long as I understand it. There's nothing worse than going into a new world or an unfamiliar environment and not understanding how things work or what's going on. And one thing that I hate that happens sometimes with those are the information dumps. So if you're going to give me a new world, I'm totally okay with it, but just don't dump a ton of information at me. Because, yeah, I tend to not like that so much. And I did pick a couple of settings that I enjoyed, and I want to talk to you about them today. So the first one I picked is Paris. I just recently read Anna and the French Kiss, and of course it is set in Paris, and also I just think it's such a romantic city, and I don't know, I just love it. I love the idea of Paris. I've never been, I've always wanted to go, but the Eiffel Tower and the food and the coffee and the accents and just the culture, just everything. I want to go to Paris, and I love books set in Paris. A place that I like is Virginia. I live in Virginia, so when a book it's set in Virginia, I'm always like, oh, I know where that is, especially like if it's on the east coast of Virginia, which is where I live now, but I used to live on the west, the little peninsula area of Virginia, so I'm familiar with that area as well, and so it's just always enjoyable to read, or at least in my opinion, enjoyable to read about a setting, you know, set in your home state or home country or territory. My parents live in Maryland, and growing up I spent a lot of time in Maryland, and it's a pretty tiny state, so I like books that are set there because I'm familiar with a lot of towns there. Basically the East Coast. I won't say everywhere, like Maine, although I would love to go to Maine. I'm not really familiar with that area, but the Virginia, Maryland, South Carolina, North Carolina, I love books set in the Outer Banks because I go there pretty much every summer, and it's a very beachy town, and I always hear the different towns that they're talking about and activities, so that's always fun. I also like dystopian worlds because I just feel like it's kind of reminds me like The Walking Dead or something like that, but like Divergent, things like that. I love dystopian worlds that are basically our world but has crumbled and we're living in it in a new and different way. And probably my #1 favorite setting of all time is boarding schools and prep schools. I don't know what it is about it, but I love boarding schools and prep schools. It's like my favorite. Vampire Academy, things like that. So those are some of my favorite settings for novels. I will be linking links to books that are set in Virginia and Maryland and North Carolina in the description box, as well as the Goodreads group, so make sure to check that out. If you would like to continue the discussion, let me know in the comment section below what settings are your favorite in novels, because I'd really love to hear. I really enjoy hearing other people's responses to these types of questions. That's it for today. I'll see you again soon. Bye!